Right now. All right, we're live. We're recorded. Ashley's always my reminder to record because I would forget. You were right. Hi everybody. Welcome to our Monday night team call. It is August 28th, and tonight we're going to be talking about rank and income. It is something I think is very important, and for some reason we don't talk a lot about it. I don't really know why, but we're going to start because I think it's very important that obviously our business is to help people, and yes, we want to focus on helping people, but we also want to focus on growing our incomes and growing our businesses and growing our teams, because when we do that, we're helping more people, right? So I actually have a fancy little slideshow here. So I'm gonna need y'all to show me like thumbs that you can see this and that I'm not. Okay, we're good. All right. So let's see. How do I make this like bigger? Or should I just leave it like that? I guess I could just leave it like that. Can y'all see it like good? Okay. All right. So the first thing is we're going to talk and focus on rank, growing your teams, how to convert your challengers to coaches, or how to get people started and then getting them what Beachbody calls the vital process. So in order for you to be able to grow your teams, most of them are going to start as clients, right? Obviously, we have to attract new members or new challengers to our challenge groups in order for us to grow our teams. Most people are not going to sign up right away as a coach. I actually think it's better to sign them up first as a challenger so that they get involved in our challenge groups. They know what it's about. They see the results, and then they're going to, have that excitement and passion to want to share their results and the opportunity with other people. I'm not saying that you can't get them signed up as a coach and that they wouldn't be successful as a coach right away, because I have people on our team who signed up as a coach from day one and have been rocking it. But most of the time, it is better to get them signed up as a challenger first. So if you have people that are signing up as challengers, the first thing is getting them started in a challenge group. And really pouring into them, y'all. They're investing in you. Yes, it's only $50 commission, right, when you sell them a challenge pack. But that $50 commission is for you, or is investing in you for you to help them. And that's why we suggest teaming up with other coaches to run challenge groups, so that you're not, spending hours upon hours upon hours answering questions and having to, put in all this effort and all this work into your challenge groups. Yes, this takes work. This is a business. But if you can kind of split that and divide it between other coaches, it's going to be very helpful for you and a lot easier, right? So getting clients started is the first step. Getting them results is the second step, right? And I'm actually going to show you in this next slide something that me and Ashley we were on the phone or Zoom for like 2.5 hours today, y'all, and we're coming up with the easiest systems for y'all. But we want y'all to use them. we're spending a lot of time with this. So I will kind of share this next little thing in a minute and explain it. But it's going to help you with getting your clients started and getting them results, okay? And then the next part of the vital process is transitioning them from challenger to coach, right? So a lot of times we do that by asking if they want the coach discount, right? They want a coach discount on Shakeology. We want them to save some money. And that's totally fine to offer them that discount, but you need to also be making sure you're not just offering them the discount. You're offering them this opportunity, because just like you were offered this opportunity, right? And for a lot of people, when you put it out there, and honestly, this is how I was. When I got approached to join as a coach, I was labeled as a discount coach. Now, I kind of labeled myself that way, but it was also kind of my coach who labeled me as a discount coach, because she asked me, well, are you here just for the discount? Are you interested in building the business? I wasn't, right? I was not interested in building the business at all. So in my mind, I always thought, well, I'm a discount coach, so I can't help anybody. If someone comes to me, I'm a discount coach. I don't know anything about the rest of it, right? So you kind of put that boundary up for them. I always ask, if you're interested in building, this is your option. Or if you're interested, when we're talking about the first step, when I'm talking to them about the discount option, I always say you're not required to sell anything. You're not required to actually coach anybody unless you want to. I also mentioned that if they help 3 people, you know, their first month, or if they help 3 people in a month, they're covering their own Shakeology costs. If someone wants the discount, why would they not want to try and help 3 people and get their Shakeology for free, right? Like, that's kind of what, when I realized that, I was like, wait a minute, I could be getting this stuff for free? Like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna start helping people. I'm gonna start, you know, just trying. Why not? So when you're transitioning them from challenger to coach, give them that option, and don't, when you welcome them into our team page, don't just like label them like, oh, she's here for the discount for Shakeology, or she's a discount coach. I used to do that. I used to say that. So if you've done that, don't feel like you've done something wrong. But just know that, you know, it does, for some people and some people it doesn't, but it does put that like limiting belief on them. So just say, you know, she's loves Shakeology and she's excited to continue her journey. So that's kind of how you can transition them, and then develop and mentor your coaches. So this is kind of where me and Ashley are really honing in on, and I'm not going to talk a lot about it because we still have a lot of work to do for it, but we want to help you learn how to mentor your coaches, because I know how to mentor my personally sponsored coaches. Ashley knows how to mentor her personally sponsored coaches, but we fall short with teaching you how to mentor your coaches, right? So we are coming out, we've literally we were on the phone for a while today, and we have like this system, and I'm so freaking excited for it because like it is foolproof. If you literally follow it, you'll learn what we do, and it's going to be super simple. So that's the vital process of getting those people signed up and getting them and getting your team built, okay? So this next little slide I have up here is this challenger sign up steps, okay? So you'll all know how to sign up a challenger. If you don't, please reach out to me. If you have someone interested, I can help you. But we also want to start getting your challenger signed up a little bit better too. So can y'all see this Google form? Okay, so I created this Google form. If you do not have a Gmail account, highly encourage you to get one because it is amazing. They have so many things that you can do on Google, but this is a free form that I created. It comes with a link that you can share with your own challengers. Obviously, y'all would have to create your own form. You can literally copy and paste mine though, y'all. And I'll make a video showing you how I made this. Super simple, but this would be good for you to send a welcome email to your challengers. So not just sending welcome emails to your coaches, but sending a welcome email to your challengers, because I know for me, like I'm like, shoot, I have 3 people that just signed up and my challenge group doesn't start for another like 2 weeks, right? Because my official challenge kicks off on September 11th. So I'm like, all right, well, what do I do with these people? Well, this is a good opportunity for you to get them started right. So it pretty much breaks down everything for them. You know, it tells them like when they get their challenge pack in, this is what you need to do. Let me know about it. It even like encourages them to share about it on social media and tag you, which is a great way for them to kind of start getting used to coaching. And they might not do that, but you never know who might do that, right? It's a good way for you not only to see if they would be willing to do it, right? And if they have a bunch of friends interested, you can either talk to them about the coaching opportunity, or you can, I mean, if people are interested and they're not interested in coaching, then those are more referrals for you, right? So make sure that, and I will post this in the team page so y'all can look over it, okay? But it literally just like lays out everything. It talks about the Beachbody Challenge. It talks about taking before and after pictures. It talks about, you know, like getting to know their goals, right? So it's more personal, and that's kind of where, and I know you're thinking, okay, well, what does this have to do with me rank advancing or growing my team? This is going to help you grow your team because you get to know your challengers on a more personal level. You know, right now I feel like we just sign up challengers. Yeah, we talk about their goals, but like if you look back at the people who last month signed up, do you remember their goals? Did they reach those goals? Do you even know if they reached those goals? I can't tell you if every single one of my challengers reached their goals because I haven't really, truly gotten to know them the way I should. But this can help with that. And when that trust is built, when that relationship is built on a deeper level, when you bring up that coaching opportunity, when you reach out and say, girl, you are rocking it in our challenge group, like, why are you not a coach, right? Or if you have a friend that, you know, you're excited about and she's just doing awesome and like you reach out to her, it's going to be you know her goals. You know if she says like, I have trouble sticking with my nutrition long-term, I have trouble sticking with a program long-term, coaching is an incredible accountability, right? So like you can bring that up. So I will post this, and again, you're gonna have to make your own, because right now your responses, if you just use my link, they're gonna come to me and I'm gonna get your challengers' responses. So this is pretty cool. So it like, when someone fills it out, you can look at like the individual's responses. And it literally will like, you can go down and like read, when they mark off something, you can see that they marked it off. It talks about Shakeology being home direct, all of that stuff. So they know that they're aware that it's going to charge them. So they can't tell you that they weren't aware, and they can't get mad at you. It talks about Shakeology. And you can see if they don't mark off something, and you can say like, hey, like, is there a reason you didn't mark that off? Or, they talk about their goals and just different things to get to know them, right? And you don't necessarily have to put your phone number on there. I told them to text me when they completed it. You can say message me when you complete it. And I make sure, like, this was something that I did, I believe, I haven't used this in a while, and I actually forgot I had it until today. But I want to start re-implementing this because it really does help. Okay, so let me move. I have like this big bar at the top. Okay, so that really, I think is going to help you when you are transitioning those coaches from challenger to coach. I think it's going to help you, you're going to know them better. You're going to like learn more about them, right? So I think that's going to help. Can I get some like nods if that sounds like something that you would want to use for your challenge groups? Yeah. Okay. All right. So the next thing is rank advance. Is this like super blurry, or is it like, okay, can you understand it? Is it kind of blurry? I can like shorten it if I need to. If it's okay, thumbs up, we're good. Okay. Okay, so I want to talk about the different types of ranks, and some of you might know these and some of you might not. Do y'all have questions? I'm seeing people chatting. Let me see. So the form, yeah, so we're still working on the coach stuff, Erin. I just wanted to show y'all the challenger thing that we have up. That way, and again, I'll once we have the coach stuff all organized, I promise you, y'all, it's gonna be so easy to just like follow. It's gonna be so easy to follow. But that form is we are actually creating a get to know you form for your coaches as well. So it's gonna be a little bit different, but we are creating that so that you'll have that opportunity to get to know your coaches after they become, to get to know your challengers as coaches too, because they're gonna have different goals, right? And different things that y'all are gonna talk about. So we are working on that. And that's kind of why we wanted to talk about rank advancing tonight, because this system, like, we're working on it tomorrow. And it's probably gonna be done within the week. I mean, we're very on top of it. So I think it's gonna be super easy for y'all to follow. And if it's not, y'all, like I was talking to Lainey earlier, please give us feedback. If there's something in our new coach training or we're kind of revamping a lot with that too. But if there's something that we post and you're like, hey, like, as a new coach, that's kind of overwhelming to me. Like, it's way too much information, or, it's not enough information. Because for me, I told Ashley this earlier, like, for me, as a new coach, I didn't want to know every single thing like thrown at my face. I probably would have been like, bye, I'm not doing this. I learned it all on my own through YouTube, and I don't want you to have to do that. That's super overwhelming. I think it's more overwhelming than like getting it all thrown in your face at once. Because there's thousands upon thousands of videos and they all say something different, right? So, I don't want you to have to do that, and neither does Ashley. So we're coming up with a system to make it super easy. But that's why I wanted to talk about rank advancing tonight, and a little bit more about income, so that y'all understand why it's so important for you to not just sign up a coach, but to mentor that coach and for you to grow your own team. Okay, so, and I'll try and get to the messages later, because if not, I'm just gonna keep like, I get thrown off. I'm like a dog with a squirrel like runs by and I get super distracted. Okay, so the first rank is our emerald rank, right? So first you're a coach, and then you are, if you start to grow your team, you're emerald, right? And emerald, so you have, as you can see here, this is you up here, this little green guy. Can you see my mouse, Ashley? Okay, so you're right here, okay? When you sign up to personally sponsored coaches, you have a leg, you have a right leg and a left leg, all right? I know it's confusing, but it's like your body. Just picture it like your body. You have a right leg and a left leg. When you sign one coach on one leg and another coach in the other, they're both your personally sponsored coaches, meaning you sign them up and they are under you. They are both active. They have to have at least 50 volume points, okay? Everything that we have is linked to some type of volume. So if you buy Energize, it's like 50, I think it's 50 volume or 52. No, it's less than that. It's like 30 something volume. Shakeology is like 90 PV, right? The stack, the Energize stack, which is like the Energize, this little thing, and the Recover Shake, this is 90 volume, okay? So everything that we have is linked to some type of volume points. So you have to, in order for you to be an active coach, you have to have at least 50 volume points every 5 weeks. Unless you are military, it's a little different. I believe it's every 3 months. You have to stay active. You have to have, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. You have to have 50 points no matter what, even if you're military. You have to have 50 points every 5 weeks. If you're military and for some reason you don't have 50 points every 5 weeks, because you don't pay the coaching fee, if you don't go active within 3 months, then your coach account would be canceled. Does that make sense? So no matter what, you have to have 50 points to stay active, okay? So those coaches that you sign up have to have 50 PB every 5 weeks to stay active and to keep your Emerald status. If one coach postpones her Shakeology and doesn't order anything and doesn't have anyone order under her, she drops to inactive, you drop from Emerald to just regular coach, okay? When she goes back active, you go back to Emerald. But you don't really want to drop Emerald, and I'll explain that in a little bit. You don't want to drop any rank, and it happens, y'all. I'm not going to sit here and tell you like, oh, I've never dropped rank. But you know, it's something that can affect your income later down the road. So I'll explain that in a little bit. So the whole point is you don't want to just get to Emerald and stay at Emerald. You want to continuously recruit coaches, right? You want to continuously grow your team. Because the more people you have on your team, the less like you are to drop your rank or to, you know, go backwards. You want to move forward. So the next rank is Ruby, and most people actually skip this rank and go straight to Diamond, and I will explain that right now. So, you know, for Ruby, you have to have 4 coaches, 2 on each side, okay? Out of those 2 coaches on each side, one of them each has to be Emerald. And the reason why I'm saying most people skip Ruby and get to Diamond is because it's easier to recruit coaches. It's not as easy to get your coaches to hit Emerald, right? So most people can recruit 8 coaches. They struggle more with getting those coaches to hit Emerald, and it has to be 1 on each side. So for example, I had coaches, you know, I had like 8 or 10 coaches. I had 5 and 5, okay, let's just say that. And I had like 3 Emeralds on this side, and I had none on this side. So I technically was still Emeralds because I didn't have another coach on this opposite side that was hitting Emerald. Which is another reason why a lot of people will sign up like their spouse and a family member, or you know, their best friend, or if you have someone that says like, I want to build this business, and just because they say it doesn't mean they're going to do it. But if you have someone that is showing the potential, that is saying and maybe posting already on social media and sharing her journey already, you would want to place her on that opposite leg of if you sign up your husband or your mom. So for me, it was my mom I signed up. I didn't sign up my dad. I wanted to, but I didn't sign up my dad probably for like 7 or 8 months after I became a coach and after I had signed up my mom. So I actually built them both. They've both hit Diamond. They're not currently Diamond. My mom is Ruby. My dad is currently Emerald right now. But they are my solid Emerald. So I will never drop Diamond rank unless I just like completely just like forget everything, because I have so many other personally sponsored coaches. I have way more than 4 on each side. And I actually have more Emeralds than just them 2. But those are like, I have control over them, right? So I know like, you know, and when you start to grow your team and you start to grow other business centers, so like your mom or your husband, okay, or a spouse or whatnot, reach out to me or to your upline coach, your Star Diamond upline coach, or like someone like Ashley who understands placement. Because it can be kind of confusing, like, oh, well, who should I place on this leg? Or, like, how do I start to build my husband's team when I'm trying to build mine, right? So we can give you that advice, but just know that it is good to have, your husband, and I wasn't, Tyler is a coach, but he didn't become one for 2 years. So, I know if you're not married or you don't have, or your spouse doesn't necessarily want to sign up, it's not the end of the world, but it does help you later down the road. Okay. Let me see. I saw that we have questions. I want to make sure. What makes them on one side or another? Okay. So yes, your first and your second coach automatically get placed on the opposite league. Okay. Then you can set your placement. So once you have 2 coaches, we can set your placement to where you want them to go. Like you can kind of set them to where they go opposite. So it goes like left, right, left, right. And later down the road, that's going to matter. But right now it really doesn't. If you're trying to build to diamond, it's honestly like staggering them. So I would put one on my right, one on my left, one on my right, one on my left, one on my right, one on my left. Unless I had someone that like really, really, really wanted to build, and I knew that I needed another emerald on that other leg. So it kind of gets like, you kind of have to figure it out. But again, that's when you reach out to me or Ashley or someone above you and say, hey, I have people signing up and I want to make sure I'm placing them right. And again, we will help you with that. Okay. So as a diamond coach, you need 4 on each side, 2 of them being emeralds. 1 on each side needs to be emerald. So that's why I said a lot of people skip that ruby stage, because it's really easy. It is really easy. I was going to say, no, it's not easy, but it is easy. It is easy to hit diamond. It's 8 coaches, 4 on each side. I've done it like 4 times. And it's not, and I don't say it to like brag. I say that because it's super easy. What's not easy is continuously growing it. What's not easy is holding it if you don't continuously grow it. That's what I wanted. That's the wording I want to use. Like you can't just have 8 coaches and expect to be diamond for life. Like I said, if one of those coaches goes inactive, you drop rank. If one of your emerald coaches goes inactive, you drop rank. If one of your emerald coaches quits and they haven't recruited anybody else, you drop rank. So it's really important to continue growing your team, but it's also important that you mentor your coaches to grow their teams. And then you teach them how to mentor their coaches to grow their teams. And we have a system in place that we're going to help you in doing this. Because I know that's where we fall short. And in all honesty, I didn't have these systems. I didn't have any trainings. I didn't have any of this. Like I said, I learned from YouTube. And I don't want that for you. So we're going to make it super simple for you to understand. Let me see here. I have questions. Do you always offer coach status off the, What was that? Do you offer coach status? Are you referring to like from the start, Lainey? Like right off the jump? No. So I don't. I usually focus on them getting as a challenger first. Now, if they are big into health and fitness already, they already work out, they have a passion for health and fitness, they're teachers or they're nurses. Teachers and nurses make the best coaches because they already share a passion to help people. And I say that all the time. I truly believe that. A lot of the top coaches were ex-teachers or ex-nurses. And I believe it's because I can't teach someone to be passionate about helping other people. I can't. And they already have that instilled in them. And honestly, when I first started, I didn't want to help anybody. But I have that. I am somewhat of a pearl, which I don't know if y'all have taken the gem test, but I do have some pearl in me where I do love to help people and I have a passion to help people. So it's really hard, and not, if you're not pearl doesn't mean you can't be successful in this business. You're just not as motivated. If you're motivated by financial freedom, you're not as motivated to necessarily change the world, right? But you're helping people because your income reflects the people you're helping. So I usually get them started as a challenger first, but if they are wanting, like I have someone that reached out to me the other day and she was like, I want to sign up as a coach. She's never done my challenge groups before. She's never done a Beachbody program, but she wants that financial freedom, which is totally fine. But you just need to make sure that they are a challenger. They are involved in a challenge group first, or, while they're starting. They don't necessarily, you're not, just because you sign up as a coach right away doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful. It works either way, but most of my challengers most of my coaches come from my challenge groups. And then Star Diamond. So 1 star, meaning you have a diamond on one leg. You have to have at least 5 PS coaches on each leg, and then you still have to have that emerald on the other side. And the benefits of Star Diamond, y'all, are insane. So really, so everyone thinks like diamond coach, diamond coach, you're making like all this money. No. And diamond coach is exciting, and I'm going to break down like the benefits of emerald and diamond, but really where it's at, if you want to grow a business, if you want to grow a substantial income, 1 star and above is where it's at. And it's because you have the opportunity, once you hit 2 star, meaning you have 2 diamonds on each leg, you can open up another business center, which means that you pretty much get to start from scratch in another account. So I've been able to open up my second business center. So imagine this, you have 2 business centers. You can make this one 5 star, you can make this one 5 star. We get quarterly bonuses, right? So, okay, let me make it even more simple. You can make this one 2 star and make this one diamond. As a diamond coach, now they're giving out quarterly bonuses. As a 2 star coach, you get quarterly bonuses. Well, guess what? If you're 2 star and you're diamond in this business center, you get both of those quarterly bonuses for that business center. Does that make sense? So you're like double dipping into those bonuses, and you're also all that second business center all rolls up to your volume, which helps your first business center's team bonuses. So you're getting even higher team bonuses because you have that second CBC opened. CBC is Coach Business Center. Okay. So, I don't want to put down diamond. I mean, diamond is great. And I don't want y'all to think that hitting diamond isn't substantial. It's huge. It gives you credibility. It's pretty much the stepping stone in saying, I am serious about growing this business. And it's very important to get there. But I see a lot of coaches get there, and then they think, oh, this is it. Like, I've hit diamond, I'm good. And then they stay there, and then they fall off because they don't continuously grow and recruit and add to their teams. Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. So as like, maybe you're a coach and you're like, I have no one on my team. How the heck am I supposed to get to 1 star? Like, that seems so far out of reach, y'all. If you are doing those 4 vital behaviors and you're implementing and mentoring your coaches the way that we are going to be showing you in the next week, you can get there. I promise you can get there. I've done it. It's not impossible for you. If I can do it, I feel like anybody can do it. And I'm very serious about that. Okay. It's totally possible for you. So let's talk about emerald benefits. So first of all, like I said, what is emerald? It's you plus 2. So most people sign up their spouse and a challenger. I signed up my mom and a coach, a challenger. There's one of the girls that was in my challenge groups, who is still a coach today. My very first coach is still a coach today, and it's awesome to just see her still here after 3.5 years. So I have my mom and this girl, right? And some people will do like their mom and their spouse, up to you. You obviously want like your family, your friends, the people close with you to do this, right? Again, I asked my fiance, who I've been together, today is our 8-year anniversary. It took him 2 years to let me sign him up as a coach. No, actually 2.5 years to let me sign him up as a coach. It took him 2 years to even taste Shakeology. So he told me no. Ashley told me no. My best friend told me no. A lot of my coaches that I was like, I want them joining me, told me no. The only one that said yes right away was my mom. And it's because she supports me in everything that I do. I think she felt bad for me because I was like, Mom, I need to hit this rank. Like, I'm so excited. So she did it. And, not everyone's going to be that supportive. Your spouse, like I said, it took Tyler a little while. But it also, you know, I never sat him down and explained why or how it would benefit us in the future. And there are a ton of videos, y'all, that explain like the importance of signing up your spouse. Because think about it, if you can build your spouse to Emerald, or you can build your spouse to Diamond and get you to 1-star Diamond, or build like I did. I built my dad's business center and I built my mom's business center. They were not Diamond at the same time, so I actually had another coach on the opposite leg of my dad who hit Diamond, which was able for me to hit 2-star, was able for me to open up my second CBC, was able for us to hit Premier last year, and was able for me to go to New Leader Conference next year. So because my dad let me sign him up, I was able to do that, right? So it's really important that and I can show you some videos as far as like signing up your spouse goes, but it's super easy to hit Emerald. It's just 2 people, right? Like we all know 2 people. And again, I don't want you to feel like you have to sign up your spouse. I didn't do that right away. I didn't have another person on this other leg that I personally like got signed up. And just so you know, there is in the policies and procedures, the people you sign up can't just be like random people like your best friend. Yes, you can sign them up, but you cannot control their business center. It's called U+2, and it has to either be a spouse, a family member that you live with, like a parent or a sibling, I believe is allowed. And there's one more. Is that it, Ashley? Is there any, or am I missing? I think that's it. So you can't just like sign up your grandpa and your grandma and your mom and your dad and build all of them to Diamond. Like that's not how it works, right? You can only control 2 other business centers. And then if you are able to open up your second CBC, obviously that one too. Does that make sense? Am I like going over everyone's head, or is it understandable? Are we good? I see a question. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where? I don't know where it went. Oh, here we go. I want to know more about this. Okay, Lainey, we will chat. We will go more in detail about it. But yeah, so hitting Emerald is like your first benchmark. It's like your first, like, okay, like I am taking that next step and I am hitting Emerald, right? Like I'm getting to that first rank. The best part about hitting Emerald is, first of all, growing your team, because it's super exciting when you start to grow your own team. I never thought that I would have a team. So if you're like, I don't know how to grow a team, I don't know how to lead a team, I never thought that I would be able to do it either. And again, we're going to help you mentor your coaches. We're going to help you learn how to lead. But the other best part of being Emerald is that you start earning team bonuses. So like you see, you have these 2 legs, right? When your coaches accrue personal volume, so when they order something or when someone else orders something under them, that accrues volume, right? So when one leg hits 100 volume, the other leg hits 200 volume, it equals 1 cycle bonus is what it's called. And that's 1 team bonus for you, okay? As an Emerald coach, it's $14 per cycle. So you're like, oh, it's only $14. Yeah, but think about it, y'all. If you hit 400 PV on one leg and 200 PV, is that right, Ashley? I'm really bad at math, so I apologize if this is wrong. But you hit 400 PV and 200 PV, because this is 200, right? This is 2 200s, 2 100s equals 2 team bonuses. So that's 14 times 2, okay? So it adds up. I'm really bad at math, okay? Don't judge me. This is where I tell you the numbers just kind of meh. And I didn't really like pay attention, to be honest, I didn't pay attention to like how many cycles I was just trying to grow my team and trying to mentor them in Hitting Success Club, because I knew that the volume would accrue, meaning my team bonuses would go higher, right? So as an Emerald coach, you get team bonuses, right? You also get carryover volume. So say like you sign up these 2 coaches and they're just discount. They don't want to build the business, right? They're only going to have every 5 weeks 90 PV for a while. But that volume carries over each week to where, you know, eventually, even if you, I mean, I don't want to tell you not to sign up anyone else, but if you never sign up anyone else, you'll eventually make a team bonus, because that volume will carry over. The only thing about that is, and this is very important, if you drop your Emerald rank, if you go inactive, if one of your coaches goes inactive, you lose that carryover volume, which is why it's so important to continue to hold your Emerald and continuously growing your team, right? So that is super exciting. Another exciting thing about Emerald is that you're eligible for what we call customer leads and Success Club leads, okay? So what this is if you are hitting Success Club, you're Emerald coach, and you're Emerald coach, you're hitting Success Club, and I think you have to be a club member, which I don't know if that's the club member is having Beachbody on Demand. Okay. Club membership has changed. Like they're kind of getting, it's weird what they're doing with it now, but it's pretty much you have to have Beachbody on Demand. Okay. And be a member of Beachbody on Demand in order to get these free leads or these free Success Club leads. So what it is when someone orders from Beachbody on Demand, Beachbody online, or they call in an infomercial. They're not ordering through a coach, right? They're just ordering off the site, or they're ordering off of, the TV when they're sitting stuffing their face at 3 a.m. at night and they see P90X infomercial and they want it. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, I need to order that. Okay. So those people, because they didn't sign up with a coach, actually get assigned to a random coach, AKA Emeralds and above, who are hitting Success Club. What does that mean for you? Y'all, that's free money in your account, right? When they're ordering stuff from you, that gets you volume, that gets you income. So it's pretty awesome to get free leads. Your first, if it's from, so customer leads, the difference, I believe customer leads, you don't, they've changed the rules, and honestly, it's been so long since I looked it up, so I'd have to go look it up in the FAQs. I'm pretty sure you have to have Success Club for both. One of them, you don't make money off their initial purchase, but you do make money off of their continuing, like if they continue to purchase stuff. The second one, if you don't, you do make money off their initial purchase. I don't remember. I'd have to go. I think if you're hitting Success Club 10, it's Success Club leads. If you're hitting Success Club 5, it's customer leads. So if you're hitting Success Club 10 every month, you're getting those Success Club leads, which in turn get you instant income, instant income into your bank account. If you're hitting Success Club 5, those customer leads, you don't get instant income initially from their first order, but if they continue ordering after that, you do, I believe. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And what I do with these leads, y'all, is I send out an email to them. Majority of them have not responded to me because I think that they think I'm like a robot or something. But some of them have. Some of them have actually signed up to be coaches on my team. Some of them have joined my challenge group. So, and again, we have like an email. I have an email that you can literally copy and paste to send to these people, to reach out to them. Some of them I found on Facebook. Like it's just free, and some of them don't want to coach. Some of them are like, no, I'm doing my own thing. I've had like a few that are like, oh, I'm 80 and I just wanted the shakes. Like they don't want to coach, which is totally fine. But majority of them don't answer. But the ones that do, you never know what's going to come from it, right? Let me see. I saw we have another question, and I know we only have 15 minutes. I still have a lot to go over. Okay, yeah, Ashley's just commenting, sharing like how you can get up to $2,500 in bonus cycles per week as an Emerald. Yeah, so like if your team is like rocking it, you can earn up to $2,500 per week as an Emerald coach. Now that means that your team has to be growing. Your team has to be hitting Success Club. Your team has to be, helping people. You're not just going to hit Emerald and have that in your bank account. Okay. Same thing on Diamond, right? And I actually show you that in a slide in a few minutes. So do y'all understand Emerald, the importance of Emerald, how it benefits you, right? Okay. So Diamond, same thing as far as getting customer leads, and getting those Success Club leads, except for Diamond, you get $18 per cycle bonus. Plus, now if you're holding your Diamond rank for 6 weeks consecutively, within a quarter, and you're hitting Success Club, you get $250 just added bonus for that quarter. So that's on top of your income. That's on top of your other team bonuses. Y'all, that's just $250 just because you are holding your emerald rank. I'm sorry, your diamond rank. So again, you have all those benefits the same as emeralds, but you're making more with those cycle bonuses. So ruby and emerald, $14. Diamond, $18. Okay. Emerald and ruby do not have quarterly bonuses. Diamond, they just started doing diamond. Usually it was 1 star and above, or I'm sorry, 2 star and above. So 1 star and diamonds get 250. 2 star and above get more, which I will talk about in a few minutes. So again, y'all, diamond is having those 4 people on each side. One of them on each side has to be emerald. And then obviously you want to continue to grow and continue to mentor your coaches to hit emerald, so that way you are not just building like 1 emerald and another emerald and then you're like stressing every week to make sure you're holding it and make sure you're getting those team bonuses. The more emeralds you have, the better, right? Because then you're not having to worry about one dropping or someone quitting, and you know what, y'all, I'm going to put this out there, like, you're going to have people that hit diamond that quit. You're going to have people that hit 1 star that quit. You're going to have people that hit emerald and tell you that they're lifers, and then they're going to like leave and never come back, go sell something else, just quit because they just don't want to do it anymore. But if you're continuing to grow your team, you're going to find your people. You're going to find the people that get this. You're going to find the people that no matter what are in it. You are, I promise you. I know it can be super frustrating. I've had lots of diamonds quit. I've had lots of people tell me like, I'm going to fail and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then I'm pouring all my time into them and nothing, right? And then I have people that just like do it and they get it and they love it and they are passionate about it. And those are the people that succeed in this. So I always say the only time you fail at this is when you give up. It's the only time you fail at this. Have I failed and fallen and not hit goals and, whatever? Yes, but I'm never quitting. I'm not just going to give up on it because it's something I'm passionate about. So just know that. I don't want you to like be like, oh yeah, I'm having all these rock stars sign up and then like no one do anything and then you get frustrated and you think you failed. You cannot drag people to do this. They have to want to do it. They have to be willing to work for it because again, y'all, this is a business. I think we forget that sometimes, but it is. It's a business. It takes work, just like any other business. If you would open up a jewelry store somewhere, you're gonna have to do the business, right? You can't just like open it and be like, oh, it's gonna make all this money and I don't really have to do anything. No, you have to do all this other stuff, right? Same thing. This is simplified because you don't have to do inventory and all that nonsense, right? And you have all these tools available to you. With most businesses, you kind of have to start from scratch. So it's a lot easier in my opinion, and it's fun, but it does take work. So just know that, and know not everyone's gonna want to do that work, okay? So this is where the numbers come in. Okay, so this is pretty much just kind of like a layout, and this kind of helps you understand a little bit more about the bonuses, right? So this is just kind of like an average, all right? So if you are an Emerald coach and you are hitting Success Club 5 and you have personally 150 volume. So if you're hitting Success Club 5, and this is for that month, right? Per week, you would probably average about 150 volume, whatever. And one leg, so you have, like you said, that left leg and that right leg, or like I said, not like you said, like I said, this is how much you would be making a week. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to move it. $150 per week if you have 150 PV and your legs have that volume on there. So when you sign into your coach account, I don't even have a strong leg, which means I don't get a lot of help from my upline. When you have an upline that is adding coaches to their team after you signed up, and I'm included in your upline, okay? So when I'm adding coaches to my personal team, that actually helps your volume on one of your legs. But my personal volume, or my legs, I think my highest I've ever gotten on one of my legs is like 5,000. And to some people, that's like nothing, okay? Like imagine like Melanie Mitro's volume on her legs. It's insane. But it's not impossible, right? It's not impossible for me to grow and be successful. And it doesn't necessarily mean like it doesn't mean like I'm making more than the, yeah, I'm making more than this and I don't have 11,000 on my weekly, but I'm also accruing a lot more personal volume per week. Does that make sense? I'm also hitting more than 10 successful points, which is meaning like I'm getting more personal volume, which in turn makes my retail go up. So this is just kind of give you an idea of like what you would be making if you have those. But again, it's like an average and you can make more if you have your personal volume is higher. So if you are, helping more people get challenge packs signed up, maybe you have a lot of people that are on Home Direct that don't want to cancel their account, but they don't want to be a coach. So that personal volume is going straight up, or it's going to be counted for your PV. Sorry, I just like hit something. It scared me. So does that make sense? I know, like I said, numbers like confuse me, and I honestly like this. I don't even pay attention to it. I just don't. But I know some people are numbers people, so I wanted to share it just in case. Okay. So yes, let's continue. Okay. So how you get paid? All right. Like I said, you have the option to have, or you have the chance to have team bonuses. So you get, as a coach, no matter what rank you are, everyone gets 25% retail. So you make 25% retail on anything that you personally sell, anything that someone personally buys for you. Okay. I don't believe that the Beachbody On Demand subscription is still 40%. I could be wrong. This is old. Is it still? Is it? I have no idea. This is an older picture. It might be. Ashley's saying yes. So let's believe Ashley. So 40%. So if someone continues with Beachbody On Demand, obviously majority of you are signing up people with the all access. So it's a yearly membership. Before that was very different. It was like a quarterly membership. So it's changed a lot. So you do get 40% off those Beachbody subscriptions. So anyone that you sign up with the all access, if they continue with it after their 12 months are up, you would make 40% off that. Okay. Again, you make $14 per cycle as an emerald. You make $18 per cycle as a diamond. And then when your coaches and your team starts making team bonuses, you make 5 to 10% matching bonus. So you can, like you can see right here, their team bonus was $216. Their matching bonus was $4.20. Okay. Now that's not a ton, but that adds up after, especially if you have rock stars on your team that are rocking it and that their teams are rocking it, right? You start to accrue some awesome team bonuses and matching bonuses. And then you also have the opportunity to get another bonus called the Fast Start bonus. And that is if you sign up 5 coaches in 5 weeks. Yeah, make sure I'm telling y'all this right. So if you sign up 5 coaches in 5 weeks with challenge packs, you get a $100 Fast Start bonus. So if you have 5 people that are like super interested in coaching and they want to get challenge packs, you would get those 5 people signed up within 5 consecutive weeks, and you would just automatically get an extra $100 on top of your commission, on top of your team bonuses if you're emerald or above. So yeah, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, and I actually found this today, and I was like, oh, that's super interesting. So this is Lindsay Matway for those of you who don't know. She is our upline coach, our upline coach. So she's like my great grandma or something like that in this business. And she is amazing. Her story is amazing. If you don't follow her, just go look her up on YouTube, y'all. Her story is incredible. So it's Lindsay Matway. And she was the #1 coach before Melanie Mitro. She was placed on a leg where she got no help, so no volume help. She had no upline coach that really helped her. She actually signed up like randomly. Someone can they can go randomly sign up on beachbody.com to be a coach. So that's what she did, and her upline never helped her, never even contacted her. So she kind of built this from the ground up. But she put in a lot of work, and I think that's kind of where people start to fall off. You put in all this work in the beginning, right? You're putting in all this work, all this effort for not a lot of pay. You're like, where the heck are my paychecks? I'm putting in all this work, and it's not really paying out. So she put this up. So Lindsay's first 6 months as a coach, she made $5,689 for 24 weeks, divided that by 80 hours a week. So she is saying she worked at least 80 hours a week, which she's saying she's being a little conservative because she worked her butt off. So she was making $2.96 an hour for her first 6 months in her business. So for me, like, that's probably what I was making, to be honest. I don't make as much as Lindsay that way, but I was probably making that for my first few months as a coach. And I was putting in, and I still am putting in a lot of work, but I was putting in a lot of work. And then if you see on her left, on the left where it says $85,000, that's her weekly check. This was probably a few years ago too, y'all. So she's making a lot more than that. Okay. So imagine if she would have just given up when she was like, man, for this first 6 months of my business, like, I'm making $2 an hour. This sucks. Like, this is nothing. This sucks, right? Imagine if she would have just given up. Like, that's a lot of money, right? And so it just, her life has completely changed, but she was willing to put in the work and not quit ever. Like, she just kept going and she kept doing it. Bless you, Ashley, you're about to sneeze, I see it. You know, she kept doing it no matter what. So if you have that attitude, y'all, like, that's my attitude about this business. I don't care how long I don't care if it takes me 10 years to get to the financial freedom that I, you know, that income that I want to make. It won't take me 10 years. But if it would take me 10 years, it doesn't matter, because she is proof. Lindsay Stay is proof. All of the top coaches, Bonnie Engel is proof that anyone can do this business. Anyone, literally anyone can do this business. It's the people who don't give up. It's the people that keep going. It's the people that no matter what, they just do it, right? They show up every day, they do it every day, and they don't quit. Whether they're getting paid $2 an hour or 85 grand a week, like, you just have to keep showing up, all right? So I actually should have put this at the end, but I think it's, I literally found this on today, and I just thought it was very interesting. And she is, like I said, amazing, y'all. She's awesome. So just another, I should have put this earlier, but it kind of flip-flopped them. But this is like how you can go to 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. You know, it tells you, like, you must have at least one personally sponsored coach. That's diamond, and 10 personally sponsored active coaches. And obviously, as you continue to grow, you have to have more and more active coaches on each lake. And then the quarterly bonuses, like I said earlier, 2-star and above. So what they do is however much money Beachbody makes within that quarter, they take like a percent of that, and then they split it between all the 2-star diamonds that held it for 6 weeks within that quarter. They do that for 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, and 15-star. But the cool thing about it is if you are 5-star, you get the 5-star bonus and the 2-star bonus, right? Because you're technically 2-star too. So you wouldn't only just make $3,500 to $4,500. You make $3,500 to $4,500 plus another $1,000. Plus, now this diamond bonus plus another $250, right? So the average 15-star diamond makes $30,000 to $50,000 for a quarterly bonus. Okay, this is per quarter on top of their income, on top of everything else. Plus, they make the 10-star bonus, plus they make the 5-star bonus, plus they make the 2-star bonus, plus they make the diamond bonus, okay? So you see how this adds up, right? And again, y'all, 15 stars, a lot of freaking work. 10 stars, a hell of a lot of work too. 5 stars, a hell of a lot of work. 2 stars, a hell of a lot of work. It all takes work. But your income is a direct reflection of the people you are helping, okay? It's a direct reflection of the lives you are changing and the work you are willing to do to get there. So I hope I didn't just like overwhelm you and confuse you and make absolutely no sense. But I think it's really important to kind of reiterate this, because I forget, as a coach that's been in this for 3 years, I understand the compensation plan. I understand what it takes for me to hold diamond and get to 1-star and 2-star and emerald and all of that fun stuff. But I know that a lot of you have no idea. So I wanted to just come and share that with you. I think it's really important. And like I said, we're coming out with a system to be able to not just mentor your coaches, but for you to teach your coaches how to mentor their coaches, because in the end, that's how you grow a team. You can't grow a team just mentoring your coaches and not explaining to them how to mentor their coaches, right? Like, I've helped Ashley mentor. I don't mentor Ashley's coaches. I mentor Ashley to help Ashley. I'm just dropping everything behind me. Did y'all hear that? Literally everything's falling off my desk. I don't know what's going on. So I've helped Ashley learn how to mentor her coaches and she mentors them. Like, I don't mentor Ashley's coaches, right? I'm gonna help them and I'm here for them and I do what I can, but like, it's not my job. They didn't sign up with me. They signed up with Ashley, right? Just like your challengers are not my challengers. It's not my responsibility to coach your challengers, just like it's not your responsibility to coach my challengers. So it's the same thing with your coaches, right? Like, you have to mentor them if they want to build a business. They're just here for the discount and they just want that discount, y'all. That is totally fine. Love them where they're at. I have a lot of discount coaches and I am proud to be their coach. I am happy to have them on our team. But you know, I also don't like pour into them the business side. I pour into them the challenger side and the group side and the accountability and the community side, but I don't pour into them all these trainings and all this business advice and all, because they don't want it, right? You can't want it more for someone than they want for themselves. So the people that do want it, the people that are showing up, the people that are asking questions, like, that is an awesome opportunity to mentor them, right? So does anyone have, let me stop. How do I stop sharing? I can't like find any of these buttons right now. Okay, I see that we've got some questions. Sorry. All right. Yes, she's Lainey. She's making 85. She's probably making more than 85K a week. That was probably a very long, not a very long time ago. It was probably like last year. She makes a lot of money. Yes, it's insane. It's insane. Like, this opportunity is insane. And that's the thing, y'all. If you even go look her story up. Go type in Lindsay Matway YouTube. She'll probably make you cry. She literally came from nothing. She literally came from nothing, and she started coaching when she got pregnant and her daughter was premature, born premature, and they had all these medical bills, and she was serving, and she could like barely make ends meet. She was a bartender, I think. And like, she started coaching, and I think she put her challenge pack on I don't even know if they had challenge packs when she signed up, but like, she put whatever she had to do to sign up, like on a credit card. That, you know, it's an awesome story. She has an amazing story. But she literally came from nothing. And like, that's kind of what makes me look like, if you look at any top coach, y'all, not all of them came from nothing, but like a lot of them have major struggles. You know, and it's, if they can do it there's no difference between you and them. None. So yeah, Ashley did a lot of help with this, y'all. So don't just thank me. Thank her too, because she did a lot of work. We were on, I'm like echoing. We were on a call for 2 hours today, or like almost 3 hours today. Just really like, we're trying our best to lead y'all. And again, y'all, please give us like constructive criticism. Be nice, but give us constructive criticism. If like you do a training that we have available, or maybe you weren't mentored the way you deserve to be, because in all honesty, we're leaders, but we fail too, right? Like, you're going to fail as a leader. You're going to learn that very, very, very soon, that you're going to fail as a coach sometimes. You're going to fail as a leader, but we learn and we grow, and we're trying to do our best. But if you have ideas, or like, please like bring ideas to the table. If you have like something that you feel like would work, we can try it. I don't mind that at all. Ashley definitely doesn't mind that at all. You know, and if there's something that we do within this new like system that we were getting set up, and you're like, I don't know about that, like, let us know. I mean, we're gonna try. We have to give it a chance. If you have suggestions for team calls, I actually have so next week we do not have a team call because it's Labor Day. And I'm coming home from the beach, and I figured people would probably be like out of town and whatnot. And I will be home, but I don't know how late I'll be home, and I didn't want to like tell y'all all to get on the call and then me not show up. So let's just take that day to be with our families and unplug and enjoy. I will probably do some type of like video for y'all to watch possibly on that week, like in place of our team call at some point. Yes, Erin, you can come to the beach with me if you'd like. It's supposed to rain actually the whole time, so I don't really know how excited I am about it, but it'll be fine. And then the following 3 weeks, like the following 3 Mondays, let me get out my calendar so I don't tell y'all the wrong people on the wrong day. I actually reached out. I'm just like throwing stuff everywhere. I actually reached out to some really awesome leaders, and they agreed to speak on our team calls as like co-host, right? So Kristen Railton, who is 3-star diamond, she is most of these people are part of DFG, okay? They're not like 15-star diamonds. But they're really, well, one of them is actually a 15-star diamond. But Kristen Railton's 3-star, but she started out, and Tony actually mentioned her on our team call when he hosted it. And that's kind of what made me be like, oh man, like I need her on a call because she's just awesome, y'all. Y'all are going to love her. And then the next week on the 18th is Jess Pizzola, who I don't know if y'all follow her. Amazing. She's 15-star diamond. She signed up when I signed up, or a little bit after I signed up, and she went 10-star in like less than a year. Like she's just amazing. And she's got like the biggest heart ever. And if y'all don't follow her, y'all totally should. And then I asked Michelle Yun, I can't ever say her last name, Jans Van Dyke, I think is her last name, something like that. She actually was a teacher, and I know we have a lot of teachers on our team, so that's why I asked her to speak on our call. She was a teacher, and she just went full-time last year with Beachbody. So I asked them three to talk on our team calls. I don't know when she's speaking. It might be the following week after Jess or sometime in October. But I did ask her to speak on our call. So if you have though, and again, like if you have other ideas, or if you have something that you like, maybe you don't understand and you would like us to go over them on team calls, or maybe you're like struggling with something in particular, inviting, posting, whatever it is you're struggling with, growing your team. I mean, hopefully this call helped a little bit with growing your team. And I think once we come up with once we implement, because we came up with it already. Once we implement our system that me and Ashley worked on today, I think it's really going to help you in learning to grow and mentor and continuously grow your team. So I hope that this call helped. I hope it wasn't like super overwhelming. I know it can be a little bit because it's a lot of information. But maybe go back and listen to this call again to make things click, or ask questions like in the team page, if you're re-listening to it, or if you like maybe wrote something down, or you're like trying to remember something about the call and you're like, I don't really understand that, or I don't remember, like ask questions. That's what we're here for. And just so y'all know, what I did when I was like trying to push for diamond, and I was like, all right, like how do I get to diamond? I literally would Google Beachbody diamond rank and go look in the images and look at what it took for me to be diamond. I'm like, all right, I need 4 coaches on each side. Like I need 2 of them to be emerald. And I would do that almost like daily, because I needed to remind myself like how many people, because I would forget. I mean, we're doing all this other stuff, you know, focusing on our journey and talking to all these people. Like I'd be like, wait, do I need 4 coaches? Do I need 8? Like what is it? So that's what I did. Google has amazing features to it. You can literally figure out anything and find anything. But I do want y'all to ask us questions too. Like I don't want you to feel like you have to go to Google for every single thing. Ask questions on the team page. That's why we have it there, for you to be able to ask questions and get to know your fellow coaches. So anyone have anything before I let y'all go? Not let y'all go, before we get off. Ashley, you want to say anything real quick?
I want to take a picture.
Of course, because your hair is all done. Y'all pretty. All right. Well, y'all, Ashley wants to take a picture. You want me to take it, or you're going to take it on your phone? Or both? You're going to take it. You take it, and then I'll take it. So everyone smile. Okay.
I got like 47, so we're good.
Of course she did. She takes like 20 pictures at a time, y'all. I don't know how her camera holds any storage, because it's like and then she's got like 10 of the same picture. I'm like, what? But they always come out good, so I guess that's the way to do it. All right, everyone smile. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Awesome. Thank you so much for getting on, y'all. I know that this is an hour out of your time, but the people that show up on this call and the people that listen and ask questions and really show up every week, those are the ones that succeed in this business. So just know that. I know not every Monday you can make it. I know things come up, but just do your best if you can get on. I promise you it makes a huge difference. That was one thing that I made non-negotiable for me. I was like, Monday nights are my team nights. They're my team nights, and I'm going to get on a call, and whether one person shows up, whether no one shows up, I'm going to be on here. And just so you know, my first call, no one got on. My first few calls, no one on my team got on it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to be here and like hang out by myself. So it's like, it makes me really happy when I do have people on. So don't ever stop coming, because then I'm going to be all by myself. So yeah. All right. Well, I hope you have a great day, night. I hope you have a great Labor Day weekend. Yeah, Madeline, hopefully it starts clicking for you. It'll start clicking. I promise. Just keep doing what you're doing. Ask for help with what you need help with, y'all. I promise you. Do the bingos. I know it sounds stupid. Do the bingos. They're helpful. All right. I hope you'll have a great night. We'll talk later. Bye, everybody.